Hi everyone. I'd like to take a few minutes here to talk to you about TNA Gutcheck. Now, TNA are trying a lot of different concepts these days, the Bound for Glory series, Open Fight Night, etc. But probably my favorite is Gutcheck, where they take two independent wrestlers, pit them against each other on Impact so they can try to earn a TNA contract. Now, obviously it isn't perfect. Some gut checks have been better than others, but I am a really big fan of the concept, because one of the things I mark out for as a wrestling fan is new stars being created, new people getting opportunities, which leads me to the purpose of this video. You've probably heard of this by now, but TNA is doing this thing called the Gutcheck Challenge, where they take all these different people from the seminars that they've held all over the place, put them in brackets, have the fans vote on them, and then the one with the most votes in each bracket goes into a final bracket, and the winner of the vote in that one is going to get a Gutcheck tryout on Impact. This has been going on for a few weeks now, and the voting for the winner's bracket is open until Saturday, June 15th. There's been a whole lot of wrestlers in this contest. There's 16 of them in the winner's bracket right now, but really, it's a race between two people. Bad Bones John Klinger and Portugal's Perfect Athlete Shanna. They had the most votes in the preliminary rounds, and they've been jockeying for first place in the winner's bracket since the voting opened a few days ago. It looked as if Shanna was pulling ahead, and she was in first place the other day, but now Klinger has the top spot again. And he does have a lot of supporters, I'm not denying that at all. But with the way Shanna has been busting her ass on social media to promote herself and get votes, the sudden flip-flopping is a little strange, especially since that didn't happen in the preliminaries to my knowledge. Some people are calling shenanigans on this, saying that Klinger's fans are voting more than once, or he's setting up multiple email addresses and voting for himself over and over, which is against the rules. Whether there's any truth to that at all, or whether it's complete BS, I have no idea, and it's really not my place to say. But a bunch of people on Twitter do seem to think there's something fishy going on here, at least enough to raise an eyebrow or two. And this is where I come to you guys. Now, I am a big proponent of women in wrestling, as you know. And with the knockout division in the still depleted state that it's in, I really think Shanna should win this thing. I voted for her, and I'm doing this video to try to convince you to do the same. But, oh wait, you say, she's not the only woman in the winner's bracket. Why not Lufisto? Why not Nikki Storm? Because they're not gonna win. And I don't like that. Nikki Storm is one of my absolute favorites. But I'm being realistic here. They have little to no chance. Lufisto hasn't even cracked the top 4 yet, and Nikki Storm was in 15th place last time I checked. If you want a knockout to win this thing, supporting anyone but Shanna is throwing your vote away. In fact, if you want someone other than John Klinger to win the Gutcheck Challenge, supporting anyone but Shanna, male or female, is throwing your vote away because she's the only one that has a realistic chance to beat him. If the preliminaries and the current standings are any indication, then I assure you, no one else is going to come close. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying that Bad Bones John Klinger is a bad talent. I think he has more of an upside as a big man than guys like Nux and Doc ever will, though he does look an awful lot like Doc for some reason. But having said that, aside from him being German, I don't think he really offers anything that several people already on the roster don't. And looking at the bloated roster right now, I'm not really sure where he'd fit in. I mean, there don't seem to be any spots available in the main event / upper mid-card area unless you're bringing something really special and unique to the table, which I just haven't seen from this guy. And then we've got Shanna, who I feel would be a real boon to the knockout division. And yes, the division isn't in quite as bad a shape as it was 8 months ago, with Taryn Terrell exceeding many people's expectations, including mine, and Taylor Hendricks possibly being called up to the main roster last week, if that's what that was. But that doesn't fix all the problems. They had a lot of departures from the women's locker room last year, and most of those holes have never been filled. Most of the remaining knockouts have been there for a long time now, and that new car smell has long since worn off. The division has needed a revamp for ages, and I don't know about you, but I am tired of watching that happen at a snail's pace. Shanna could do a lot of good for the knockout division. She's probably one of the best unsigned female talents out there. She looks like $1,000,000. She knows how to market herself. She's a great wrestler. She can cut a good promo. She's got the total package that wrestling companies look for. And she offers a lot that would make her unique among the other knockouts. She's multilingual, she's got fan bases in other countries like France, Portugal, Spain, the UK. If TNA are looking to continue their international growth, signing someone like Shanna makes a lot of sense. She's a very marketable star overseas. And most of all, she's talented enough that you could throw her into the top mix immediately with women like Gail and Mickey and Tara, and she could believably hang with them. She could make an immediate impact on the knockout division, and if any of you doubt that she's that good, just watch this. Gonna move the camera here. Hold on. Sorry if you get motion sick. Also, I apologize if some of you have seen this promo already. I'm sure some of you have. But for those of you who haven't, just watch. This is really cool. Look at that! Warrior's Way, isn't that awesome? How many women have you seen do that? Are you impressed yet? I know I was. So for all these reasons and more, I'm asking you guys, if you haven't voted yet, to consider voting for Shanna in the online gut check challenge. It's basically between her and Bad Bones. Unless something really major changes in the next few days, it's gonna be one of them. And she would definitely fill the more immediate need on the roster in my opinion. So please go to the website and vote if you haven't already. You have to register to vote. It takes like 60 seconds, but you can only vote once. So please don't waste your vote on someone who's obviously not going to win at this point. Hashtag Shanna for TNA. Let's see if we can do something about this. So that's all I got. Pretty short video here. Thanks for indulging me for a few minutes. And I'll see you guys in a few days. Later.